Hello, and welcome to f0rje Plays Risk of Rain 2. This is a roguelike that I have been playing on and off for a little while, although I did start a new save file for the YouTube channel. I was a big fan of the first game, so when they made the second, I hopped right in. And let me just close my recording window here. Boom. I said boom. There we go. Alright, let's go. So, this is something that I've been thinking about doing for a while now. Wanting to do like a regular upload kind of deal. Now, I know you guys, if you're a returning subscriber of the channel, you probably have a few questions. First and foremost, what the heck? This is not old school RuneScape. This is not the next episode of Conquering the Northlands. And, well, you're damn right. It's not. As much as I would like to, right now I really don't have the time and or energy to sink into old school RuneScape, especially not a account that is as in-depth and time-consuming as, Northland Iron and the whole Fremnik only kind of deal, which I love. So, here's the thing, once I have the free time, and when I have the time and energy to return to old school RuneScape, we'll be picking Conquering the Northlands back up, but for now, it's on indefinite suspension, I guess you could say. Indefinite leave. But I do know, while a lot of people who are subscribed are probably really only around for the RuneScape content, hello wisps, there are a few of you out there who just like to listen to me ramble for hours on end, especially people who drop by the Twitch stream. So I figured I would take a page out of the great Lion of the North, Northern Lion himself, who is renowned for putting out a ton of Binding of Isaac content, which if you haven't heard of it and like roguelikes, first of all, how have you not heard of the Binding of Isaac? Second of all, it's a great game, you should check it out. But yeah, basically, the idea here is do a couple runs, of which I need to be focusing, because I need to find the teleporter. Maybe not fight these guys just yet. Anyways, I'm gonna do a run, make a video about, half hour, 45 minutes, depends on how long the run goes. I do know that the average run in Risk of Rain is quite a bit longer than most other roguelikes. Although maybe not the average, maybe... I guess it depends. This game is pretty difficult. But, yeah. So, the idea here is that I get to minimize the amount of time that I have to put into creating a video. Like, that's the biggest problem with creating content for old school RuneScape. I'm not really too confident about my items here, but, especially not against Wandering Vagrant, but we'll see how this goes. Well, yeah, the biggest thing when it comes to creating RuneScape content, at least the way I was doing it for Conquering the Northlands, which, there are probably better ways, but this is just how I've been doing it, was essentially like, playing the game, creating clips, and then editing those clips together, giving the whole video a narrative, which, for me, the pro editor I am not, it would take me sometimes, depending on the length of the episode and, how old the clips were, and how much I felt like writing scripts beforehand, could take me, like, 8 to 12 hours, and, that's probably just my own shitty workflow. But it still is really time-consuming. Oh man, we are totally gonna die here. This is a mess. I didn't get any damage-increasing items. Anyways, yeah, okay. This is probably gonna happen a lot. Like I said, Risk of Rain is pretty difficult, and I haven't quite adjusted. I played a bit on a different save file before the most recent patch, which really rebalanced a lot of the game and made it quite a bit harder, especially to get off the ground at the beginning. So, we're probably going to have a fair few deaths in at the start, especially with a fresh save file and some of the more powerful items not yet unlocked. But anyways, I'm rambling a little bit. I hope you guys don't mind. The idea is, I can make these videos with minimal editing, or like basically none, which means you guys will get to hear all the fun stuff that happens throughout. You know, if somebody is like, hey, what's going on? I'm not gonna edit that shit out. We're just gonna have one run, boom. And, you know, with the limited time that I have, I can maybe, like, you know, I don't get that much time to play as much as I should, but, or could, I guess, because I'm focused and worried about other things. But I can pump out a couple of these, and, you know, if I feel like I can talk for a half hour straight, or more than that, and just kind of, like, ramble on, you know, record a couple of them in a session, and then ultimately potentially maybe have a video a day? I don't know. This is kind of like the first video I'm doing, the test video. Depending on how I feel at the end of it. Ooh, Elite Slayer, med pack. Jeez, you don't even start with the med pack unlocked? Holy crap. Yeah, we definitely need something better than the ukulele. Well, not better than the ukulele, but the ukulele is like one of the best items in the game, especially for the character we're playing, Commando, because his normal mouse one attack shoots twice per click. But yeah, anyways, so the goal is, you know, pump out some videos so that you guys can hear me talk. I know there's a fair few people who were regulars on the Twitch stream who are probably wondering how I've been doing. The answer is, you know, ups and downs. I've been dealing a lot with my mental health, depression primarily, which is, you know, a thing that a lot of people my age struggle with, a lot of people in the millennial subcategory of human beings. I really shouldn't... The meta for Risk of Rain 2 is, like, Zerg to the boss as fast as possible, but I want more than one item. That's not going to be helpful at all. From what I've read, the range that Focus Crystal works at is like 10 meters, so unless we're standing right next to something, we're pretty much not going to hit it. Or we're not going to get the damage bonus, but, you know, this... Yeah, all of this will probably give me enough. We opened that chest already? Yeah, okay. I'll just pop open this active and see what we get. How about this one? Ooh, I love the disposable missile launcher. Yes, please. Probably one of my favorite active items. I don't know exactly how good it is, but I just love the idea of having a shoulder-mounted missile launcher. But yeah, anyways, dealing with a lot with my mental health. Had a lot going on. Things are kind of messy. We'll just leave it at that. It stresses me out quite a bit to talk about it. That was close. I was pretty sure we were going to go flying off the edge there. Which, in this game, is not an instant death, but does do a significant amount of damage, so... Also, I'll have to... The audio for this episode might be kinda screwy, assuming I do upload it. After watching and listening to the whole thing through, just because I don't exactly know what the audio values are. I turned the in-game sound down quite a ways, because I'm not sure... I did like a little test recording and it sounded fine, but you never know how it'll actually sound once it's uploaded on YouTube. But yeah, I don't know. So it's just been hard. The whole thing kind of stresses me out. Talking about how my life has been, because it's been kind of a mild train wreck, especially since I stopped streaming. I've had a really hard time just dealing with like my own moods and stuff. But we've got some good news. Leeching Seed, from what I hear, isn't as good as it was in the original because it only heals you for 1 damage per hit instead of a percentage of the damage you deal. But I still really enjoy it, especially on fast attacking characters like the Commando, which is who we are playing now. But yeah, no, good news is that I've gotten a lot of help with it, both professional and just from like friends and family. And so things I think are stabilizing, which is, you know, part of the reason why I'm recording this, because I feel like I can without stressing out about it too much. I feel really bad about how I stopped producing RuneScape and Twitch, well, RuneScape, Twitch, and YouTube content. I just kind of did the drop off the face of the earth method, which probably should not have done. Probably should have given people a little bit more warning. But honestly, I just was not in like a super great place. Alright, I would like more enemies to spawn, please, because I really want to buy the glasses from that shop over there. Okay, elites, yes please, because elites give a ton of gold. That'll give me enough, probably for both of the shops. I'm not going to use this 3D printer, which converts one white item into this, because Focus Cube is terrible for this character. Wow, there's actually 3 shops right here. Okay, glasses are great. Gives us a chance to crit, which pretty low with just the one, but as we stack up items, will become pretty friggin' great. Gonna take the brooch. When we're clearing out trash mobs, these will give us a huge shield compared to our total health, especially as we get farther into the game. And then, is there anything good off of this shop? We got energy drink and then 2 of those. I'll probably buy the energy drink just because it's nice to have the extra speed while sprinting. But nothing else here is really great. Alright, so now we're gonna... Ooh, another one. We're gonna push for the teleporter now. I can buy... Unless this has glasses in it, which it does. 47? This guy should give me 47. Or not. Maybe these ones will. 42. There's a guy right here. It's a 3D printer for a monster tooth? 44. Come on. I still don't actually know where the teleporter is. 50. There we go. Okay. See, now... I think the glasses give you like a 2.5 or maybe 5% chance to crit. I don't know exactly. But in Risk of Rain, as you get additional items or duplicate items, they stack on top of each other. So they have like a base effect and then the stacking effect, and I believe it just continues to add additional crit chance on top. Now, where the heck is the damn teleporter? It's gotta be... Oh, okay, so I don't know if you can see that, but there's this particle effect in the air that you gotta keep an eye out for, and there is the teleporter. There's a lot of chests around that we'll be able to open. Probably should be able to open this one right now because it should be in the range. Just barely. Just barely. But, ooh, okay, this is my least favorite boss. This is, in my experience, like the #1 run killer. He does a shitload of damage up close and afar. He's got some crazy ass abilities, and when you get low, he sucks in all the nearby monsters, including you. Not that I'm a monster, or including me anyways, but he sucks everything in and heals, like drains their HP, which can make him really difficult to deal with, especially early on. Luckily we do have the double glasses, so crit chance is pretty big. Yep, there he goes with the healing. I don't know if there's anything I can do to really stop this. Pop that. I mean, obviously killing the guys that he's feeding off of is a good idea. I don't know how much that will actually do. I'm down here with 2 elite beetles. Do not want to be there. Also, that one attack sends out these 3 huge explosive like balls of tar. So if you get hit by the first one, which happens pretty frequently, because especially as things get crowded, it gets pretty hard to see what's going on. Oh, okay, I thought we didn't get him. Whew! That was close. I mean, our health is fine, but boss just makes me nervous. Okay. I said we were gonna go get stuff, but honestly, time, unlike, or more than most other roguelikes, time is a huge factor in Risk of Rain. You can see in the upper right-hand corner, oops, didn't mean to press that. You see in the upper right-hand corner that we have literally a clock, as well as that, like, scrolling difficulty bar. The longer you go in a run in Risk of Rain, the faster enemies spawn, the higher chance they are to be elite enemies. I want that adrenaline syringe really badly. And just, like, the difficulty of the game increases real fast. So you generally don't want to waste time. We are getting some fantastic items off of the shop. Or shops that we're finding. We're going to have 3 glasses and an adrenaline syringe. Adrenaline syringe increases the rate at which you attack, which is really good, especially for this character, because, again, shoots twice per use of the mouse 1 ability, and that makes on-hit abilities really good for this guy, and what makes on-hit abilities even better, high attack speed. More chances to proc the on-hit abilities. Right now we've got crit chance, sticky grenade, and that's about it. Need $4 more. Hit that. This guy right here, that's more than enough. And the ukulele, of course. How loud? No, sir. Yeah, stacking 3 of the glasses. It's pretty big. So yeah, I'd love to hear your feedback on, like, if you think this is a good idea. I know you guys are probably going to be like, we'd love to see you playing RuneScape again, and as much as I want to, I gotta tell you, I just can't right now. You know, I just don't have the time. So, I'm kind of going, not all in, but, you know, playing roguelikes that I enjoy. I wouldn't be opposed to playing some Isaac. I could play some Gungeon, although I am freaking terrible at playing Gungeon. Those are the ones that I own off the top of my head. We could go way back. I think I might still have Rogue Legacy on, like, an old Steam account somewhere. No guarantees. Glacial Bighorns. At least they're not overloading. I had overloading in a previous run, and overloading gives all of them shields, and it takes like 6 times longer to kill them than it otherwise would. Also, we have really nice damage on this run. This isn't always gonna happen. I should probably do a little bit more explaining for people who don't know anything about Risk of Rain. Core idea is you kill monsters, get money, open chests, and buy from shops to get items. On every stage, your #1 goal is to locate the teleporter. Clicking on the teleporter activates an event where the mob spawning increases exponentially, and a boss spawns. Sometimes it's a boss, sometimes, like we're dealing with right now, it's a couple of normal enemies with elites, like a group of normal enemies and elites. I need to move. This is really bad. We might die here if I'm not careful. Let me just stand still right here and heal up. I've got the mushrooms. Just kidding. Get out of here, dude. Okay. We're healing a little bit. This is better than nothing. Okay, it's terrible. Got it. Shouldn't have rolled when I did. Anyways, spawns a whole bunch of monsters, and it's like a gauntlet, essentially. You have to stay within a certain range of the teleporter and defeat the bosses. So you charge up the teleporter, defeat the bosses, and that gets you... Are these guys healing? I don't think they are. Oh man, this is really bad. Bisons are my least favorite monster in this game to fight. I don't have good healing items for this kind of encounter either. Okay. The game will keep spawning monsters until you both defeat the boss and charge the teleporter, which we've now charged the teleporter to 99%. It won't tick over to 100 until you beat the boss. So I'm free to roam around the entire area now. Now, I don't know. You are the boss. Okay. The boss health bar is going down when I attack this guy. So yeah, and then you progress through stages. In the original Risk of Rain, once you completed the first loop of all the available stages, you would have a choice to continue looping through the stages, or to go to a final end phase. Risk of Rain 2 is still in open beta, early access, yada yada, whatever you want to call it. So there currently is no final stage. There are 4... Where's the other buttons? So there's like 4 progressions of stages. So this is stage 3. Once you complete stage 4, you loop back to stage 1. And you essentially do that infinitely, although there is one portal you can take that I believe spawns on stage 4. I got frozen there, that was pretty bad. Where you can essentially, it's like a way to end the run. There's no boss fight, you just kind of like sack yourself to an altar. Not super great, but it is a way to give a run a defined end. Which seems like a smart thing to do. There are also a number of achievements. Whenever these guys roar, it freaks me out. Also, I love the music for this boss stage. The composer for these games, Risk of Rain 1 and 2, is just phenomenal. Dude is legendary. But yeah, so the goal, I think, is... Hey! Oh, we unlocked the Huntress. Nice. Okay, this... Not my favorite item. We do have a decent chunk of cash, though. There should be a couple chests we can open. Oh yeah, there's a shop over here. Forgot about that. That's a large chest, too. I'd ideally like to hit the shop and the large chest. I will 100% take another adrenaline syringe. Attack speed is king. Give me some good. Reduce damage while sprinting is pretty mediocre in my honest opinion. I think I might have to sneeze. I will mute my mic for sneezes, I think. Probably. Although this is like... feels like a phantom sneeze. Now I don't feel like I have to sneeze at all. Thanks. Thanks, nose. So yeah, goal for these is like, I don't know, half hour to 45 minutes per video / run. I don't exactly know how far that'll get us. Maybe 1.5 loops, which might be the perfect stopping point. Because I believe the portal to the, it's like the Shrine of Oblivion or something like that, spawns on the 3rd stage of your first loop and every 3rd stage thereafter. Now, eventually we will need to do some longer runs. There is a achievement that unlocks new abilities, which was added in the most recent patch for the character we're playing, Commando, where you have to complete 20 stages without picking up a specific type of strong item. Okay, this is really bad. Cover, 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 cover. Yep. That will pretty much one-shot you if you're not careful. Should have been aware of that. Okay, that was actually pretty clean, all things considered. This run is really powerful. I do want this healing drone because our current healing is pretty mediocre. We've got Leech Seed and that's about it. And having just one Leech Seed is not great. Birds. Okay, here's the boss teleporter. I think that we're strong enough to fight the boss. So let's just friggin' do it. Friggin'. gonna try and keep my swearing to a minimum. Of course, it is the same boss we just fought, except now there's 2 of them. So that's just fantastic. Okay. And elites are spawning. There are some really nice things that I would like to be able to use to fight these guys. Nice items, but unfortunately we haven't unlocked them yet. Because I don't believe that items that you unlock on a run will appear in said run. And on top of that, I don't think we have unlocked those items anyways. I don't want to spoil it for anybody who doesn't know anything about Risk of Rain 2. But there are some items that make these later stages a little bit easier that we unfortunately just don't have unlocked yet. I'd really prefer for those rockets to go after... I get a bad feeling. Ooh, okay, we need to take this guy out, like, ASAP. Big wisps are a problem. They do a lot of damage. Okay, that's that down. This is definitely going to be a long fight, I think. Maybe I should have kept this going a little bit longer, maybe picked up a couple more items before starting the boss. But honestly, I wasn't expecting 2 vagrants. I was kind of hoping for the unique boss that comes with this level, which I haven't actually fought yet, so I don't know how difficult it is, but God, it's got to be easier than double fucking wandering vagrant. Excuse my language. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. My dad's a sailor. I swear like one. I'm sorry. I guess there's no real reason to worry about my language, considering my YouTube channel isn't even monetized, because, you know, not a whole lot of people. I don't post anything. The biggest thing that I'm worried about right now is the big flashbang attack that they do, because not having cover, especially when 2 of them are using it, is really fucking difficult. Pardon my French again. We're gonna figure it out at some point. I'd also really love for the missiles to go at the boss instead of the trash that just continually spawn. But, you know, beggars can't be choosers. At least it's doing some sort of crowd control. I'd also really like to have one of these guys dead instead of 2 of them at half health. I guess that's my bad. Oh god, this is why I love this game, though. It's so hectic sometimes. Honestly, most of the time, unless you get like super OP, which is like half the fun with Risk of Rain, is that you do get super OP. Need that logbook, thank you. Lore. The funny part is, we're still in early access. A lot of the lore, you can get the book, and then the book is just like, hey, we haven't written this yet. You know, data's still transmitting is what I think it says for the in-game aspect. Where are my missiles going, by the way? I feel like I haven't seen a single one land on an enemy. I also turned the music, like, way freaking down for myself, because I find it hard to talk if I feel like the music that I'm listening to is overloading my own voice. It also is a little bit more faded out. Okay. We have natural cover just being up the hill here. But still, that's fucking scary. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Excuse my language. I'm sorry. Ah, oh no. Oh no. Whew. Okay. I don't know if that was one of the ads exploding, the orbs that they spawn, or if it was them... Oh, no, I got one. Okay, whew. I thought that was the flashbang attack, but apparently it was not. You know, as hectic as I make this out to be, I don't think we've actually been in danger of dying yet. It's just been a lot of dodging. Which is good. This level has a lot of cover. There are some other levels, particularly one of the opening ones, Titanic Fields, where, like, if you fight the boss in the wrong location, there is no cover whatsoever. There we go. Okay, I need to spend a little bit of time clearing trash here. Okay, there's the other one down. Alright, let's get in the teleporter. Boss is dead. What is that? The whip? The whip is like the worst green item in the game, I think. I don't even... I mean, I want to pick it up, because if we go to the bazaar at some point... Actually, we might not even be able to get to the bazaar yet. Nope. Honestly, I'm not even gonna bother killing most of these guys. I got frozen. Excuse me, Frig. Frig, I got frozen. I just want to charge the teleporter. My healing drone. Oh, that's a missile drone. Ooh, that's gonna be nice. Hello, yes? Why did you spawn way up there? I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to pick it up. Not that I really care about it, considering you have to be out of combat to get the speed boost, but, you know. And, like, you're pretty much never out of combat? Oh, well, there's the bazaar right there. Huh. Okay. I guess it did literally say a blue orb appears earlier, which is the chat thing for, hey, you're about to get... Okay. Ah! I screwed it up. So there's a couple things I want to do here. We want to get this item. Maybe if I don't jump... Great, I'm on fire. There we go, okay. Ooh, we got another logbook. I also want to take a second to look for more chests, because we need to get stronger. That is 100% for sure. You know what? I am going to take the healing drone. Chests? Chests? You are not chests. I don't know that I can get back out here because I don't have double jump. F. There we go. Okay. There is a chest right here. I have so much money. Ooh, perfect. More crit chance. Aha, a lunar coin. Those are big. One equipment. No, I'm gonna use... I don't like picking up drones like that. Yes. I mean, it sucks to lose my leeching seed, but I will exchange trash greens for will-o'-the-wisps, which is a fantastic item. It doesn't really do anything until you kill a monster, but it's still very strong. Okay, what is this 3D printer? Mushrooms, no thanks. Alright, let's get out of here. Let's head to the next level. At some point in the future, I would like to... Actually, sorry, let's spend a little bit of time exploring, because I don't know the layout of this just yet. That is a newt shrine, which guarantees we can spawn a portal to... Whoops. The bazaar, which we don't need to do now because the bazaar is already spawned, but for future reference, it's good to know that it can exist there if we need to find it. Ooh, more chests. Yes, yes. I was gonna say something, but I got distracted, and now I don't remember what it was. That's gonna happen a lot throughout these videos. Oh great, another red whip. I would play... Missile drone, yep. I would play the 3D printer again, but I really don't want to lose my ukulele. That is a significant portion of my damage right now. Oh, yes. Alright, that was worth it. That was worth the extra exploration. Even if it's wasting time, which is always worth something. Nope. F you, equipment drone. Okay. Ugh. So yeah, like I said, the goal is to try and get to, or record enough videos in my spare free time that I can get, maybe, if I'm lucky, one... Oh man, okay. I don't actually know what that is. Looks like an engine. We want to save our current lunar coins. This is the Artificer, which is one of the unlockable characters. You can also spend them to buy items from here. Not gonna do that for a while. I don't know what that is. I also would have to pay 5 green items, which we do technically have 5 green items, but I don't want to waste those. I want this, though. This gives me a chance on hit to launch missiles, which is basically like my active item, but every time I auto attack. Please just don't take my crit chance or my syringes. Okay, we lost 1 syringe. I'm gonna do it again. We lost another syringe and some crit chance, but I think it was worth it. Hopefully. 2 of them are pretty good. But yeah, honestly, it really comes down to like how long can I ramble to myself. Loop back to the first stage, nice. That's pretty great. So yeah, now we're on the loops here. We are a looper. Crit chance is still pretty high with 3, so I guess I'm not too concerned about losing 1. I am kind of cheesed about losing my attack speed. I mean, there are so many other white items the game could have taken from me, but of course it took my freaking attack speed. Oh well. This is actually a phenomenal first run for a save file. Okay, now that that one's down, those bosses that spawn in as normal enemies are like priority number 1. Oh yeah. Getting 2 red whips means we move super fast outside of combat too. The reason why they're so bad is because they're useless when you're in the middle of a fight, which is what you really care about from your items. Like, I would much rather have... There's an item called the Goat Hoof that just gives you a permanent speed increase. Much rather have that. So, as far as I'm aware, the meta strategy for Risk of Rain 2 is, on the first loop, Zerg the portals, or Zerg the teleporter, fight the boss, get on to the next level, etc. And then, once you get to the second loop, then you can kind of slow down farm stages because difficulty has gone up a little bit, so on and so forth. More elites will spawn on the second loop. You've got a better chance at accessing the bazaar, I believe. I mean, kind of evidenced as the fact that we are more sprinting speed. That's nice. I don't have enough to play that again. Those shrines have a chance to give you an item. The first couple times you play them, it's cheaper than opening a chest. Almost fell down there. Gotta be careful. Pop off rockets. But the longer you play it for and fail, the longer, or the more expensive it gets until it's just obnoxiously expensive and not worth it. Okay. Hey, I will take Wisp logbooks. So, the only other area to check is across the bridge, which we will do now. There are a couple chests over there. I don't remember if I opened those yet or not. Eventually, after we've been playing this game for long enough, I would like to, you know, be able to zone out for long enough to, like, talk about anecdotes and stuff. Like, my idea here wasn't just, hey, I'm gonna play video games, but like, I don't know, almost like having a podcast. Like, I would just like to bulk kick out Risk of Rain 2 episodes, or just any roguelite, really. I really enjoy playing roguelites because you can play them in like bite-sized sessions, which is perfect for my schedule right now, where I don't really get the most amount of time to play games. What's better, stuns or extra damage? I already have a sticky grenade, so I think I'll pick up this. Not to mention, sticky grenades aren't that great. They used to be literally the best item for damage, like the best scaling item in the game, but no longer. Alright. I'm gonna go back for those chests, but I think we'll just start the portal right now. Hopefully, don't give me vagrants. God, freaking scrub tier. I don't know why I said scrub tier. Rambling, gotta love it. This is actually not bad because we have a lot of space for cover. I don't like having all these elite. There is a decent chance we die on this level right here. On this stage. I mean, maybe not. We do have 2 brooches, and I do have 2 missile launchers. In the base game, there was actually 2 missile launchers. And by missile launchers, I mean the passive item, not the active item that we currently have. In our first game, there were 2. One of them was a green item, like the current. One of them was a red item, which are considered legendaries, which we haven't even picked up on this run. Cover, please. Okay. This guy is really close to dying. There we go. Where it was the same item, I just think it had like a higher chance to proc, or if it didn't have a higher chance, it just did more damage with each missile. Maybe we'll actually play some Risk of Rain 1 too. Although I think I might do it like as a series thing, so like if I start doing other games, either we won't have a Risk of Rain episode, or we'll just have another game in addition, but again, it comes down to how much time I have. Like I might record, I don't know. We'll see, we'll see. All of this is still in the prototyping phase. We have completed the teleporter events. I'm actually surprised we were in the range there. I thought we were outside of it for most of that. Please hit. It's not that hard. Okay. The only thing that I do kind of miss having is an item that does bleeds, because it lets me move on after getting an enemy to pretty low health. Also, I love how the difficulty has gone up to I see you, and then it's like, I'm coming for you, and then it's just laughter after a certain point. Ah, I did open this chest already. Okay. And we did go down there, I believe. And this is just things with money in them. Okay. So, nothing useful. There's only one other place. This is a pretty small stage. But there is a chance that there's a chest up over here. Probably not worth the time that we're spending looking, so no. No dice. It's nice and peaceful with no music, no crazy sound effects. Let's buy drones. I think those are my other existing drones. Ooh, more missile launcher. That, unfortunately, they don't follow you around super close, so you can kind of lose them a little bit easier. But once a drone dies, you have to pay money to repair it, and it's usually more than what it would be to just buy a fresh drone. Alright, stage 2, a little bit more surface area, and by surface area I mean more, well yeah, I guess surface area, it's just a weird way of saying it. I would love to do Shrine of the Mountain, but I feel like I want to get stronger. Shrine of the Mountain adds an additional boss. Here, this is the compromise I'll make. We'll do Shrine of the Mountain if I find a second Shrine of the Mountain, because there is an achievement that you get for doing double Shrine of the Mountain that unlocks an item, which if I recall is like freaking obnoxiously strong. So we'll do that if I find a second one. Large chests are always guaranteed to be green items. We have so many missile launchers. I am loving this. All I really would like to see is, can I get some of my adrenaline syringes back, please? I don't really feel great about losing them. Okay, this is awful. What's the least awful of these? Probably Monster Tooth Necklace? Honestly, I don't even want to spend the money on it, though. Not unless we have an excess. Excuse me, sir. Where did that one go? It just, like, floated up in the air. It's kind of weird. Good items, please. Flash grenades, okay. Most of those didn't even do any damage to anything. And this is a dead end, and it trolls me every time because I always forget. Yeah, honestly, attack speed would be a really nice get for us. Because right now, our base attacks aren't doing that much. Oh, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. One more would be beautiful, but... you know, I'm not gonna look a gift adrenaline syringe in the mouth. Okay. This is probably my least favorite stage in the game, just because it's so samey looking. Lots of times I'll get lost here. How about no? Okay, this got sketchy pretty quickly. Just spawned in a... oh yeah, we're in ha ha ha. The difficulty doesn't go any higher. Get me off of this mountaintop, please. Okay, I just rolled up the hill. Not gonna complain about it, but that was kind of odd. Personal with a personal shield generator. Okay. Is that... nope, that's a flash grenade. I'll just take a random item, please. I don't want either of those. Sprint speed. You got it, brother. Oh great, another boss. Okay, we need to find the teleporter. This is getting, I mean, we are moving real fast, so I guess I can peek around for a couple more chests. But especially not having Leeching Seed, our sustain is real tenuous right now. Basically, my only sustain option is stand still and don't get hit, which isn't really a viable strategy right now, considering how many enemies the game is throwing at us. Okay, whip, get me out of here. Yeah, I don't think we can do Shrine of the Mountain. I want to really bad, but I don't think it's... oh, gimme. Gimme, gimme, gimme. I don't care what you take from me. So this, as you'll see, when you're out of combat, you rapidly heal. Took 2 of my shield generators. Give me 3. Oh, and the cube. I don't even want the cube. Okay, remember all what I was saying about our sustain being in a really bad spot? Yeah, no longer. All I need to do is get out of combat, which, in Risk of Rain, out of combat, it's like a weird flag. It's not actually, like, not in combat. It's just as long as I don't get hit, I'm gonna generate a ton of health. I'm just gonna regen like crazy. Okay, I'm so used to having bleeds from a run that I did earlier when I was just making sure I wasn't horrible at this game. Yeah, right, this is the one we weren't gonna spend money on. Let's just fight the boss. We're probably gonna die on this teleporter. Fuck it, dude, I'll even... excuse me, frigate or whatever. F it. I'm just gonna... ooh, wait, this one's healing. They have special healing utility and damage chests. More brooches, always love it. Brooch is probably the best defensive item in the game. What is that? I don't know, and I don't want to know. This is a new type of elite enemy that they added. Stone Titan is the boss. Get me the freak out of here. I do not like being trapped in small spaces, especially on this character. Also, that turret that we spent money on is dead already. That's good news. Not... So yeah, especially during the early phases of this, we're going to be talking a lot about the game. You know, eventually I would love to talk about other stuff, you know, but right now I'm still pretty bad at Risk of Rain 2. You know, I'm half decent at 1, but it's a hard game, and I'm not the best at it at the moment. Where is the boss, please? Like, I see all these crazy elites, but I don't see the boss. Boss, here we go. At least here's one of them. Yep. That laser. I don't think we fought the Stone Titan yet on this run. That laser is so dangerous. It's one of the things that makes sense when you think about it, but I actually kind of don't like about boss design in Risk of Rain 2 is like, there are some abilities where it's like, do you have a wall to stand by? Or stand behind? If yes, you live. If no, you die. And there is no counterplay. Like, you should be able to outrun the laser. You should be able to, like, get far enough away from the Wandering Vagrant that the flashbang doesn't do damage, but in practice, it just... Oh god, we're gonna die. Yep. Okay, well, I'll finish my thought. In practice, it's just not possible. But anyways, this was a really successful run. We unlocked the medkit, armor-penetrating bullets, the Huntress, whatever the heck that is. This thing is an extra life. The crowbar, not the greatest item, but, you know, not complaining about it. And got a couple of logbook entries. So, heck yeah, thanks for watching. Let me know down in the comments if you're a returning subscriber, if you like this idea. You know, also let me know if you don't like this idea. Also, if you are not currently subscribed and you came here because you searched for Risk of Rain, subscribe, like the video. I will see you guys tomorrow for the second episode of f0rje Plays Risk of Rain 2. See you later.